Hello, guys. So, uh, so, I think this is it. I've pretty much come to the end of this fragrance journey. Is what I feel right now because few weeks back I remember trying Amouage's Jubilation 25 at Myers Libertine here in Sydney, and that's when I realized, okay, so finally found it. That's the fragrance that I think I've been looking for like since, I mean, not I wouldn't say since I started the journey, but like after I got used to the fragrance, a little bit of the fragrances, you know, after I got a little bit of knowledge about fragrances, that's the kind of fragrance that I've been looking for as the ultimate fragrance. And I think I may not buy it though, because it's expensive. And not only for that reason, I'll tell you why. So this is something that I bought like last week. The one that I just showed you is from a website called Perfume Oil Expressions. If any of you guys want to buy, um, the website is perfumeoilexpressions.com. You can go there, and then so this site has a lot of perfume oils that are inspired by popular fragrances. Basically, yeah, they are alcohol free, they are phthalates free, and so it's very skin friendly, and it's chemical free and all that. It's animal cruelty free, vegan, and that kind of stuff. So why I so this is what I knew that I would reach this stage sooner or later, but how do I say this? So a year back, I think I attended a workshop that was conducted by a perfumer. Her name is I forgot her name. Sonia or something. Sonia Washburn or something like that. Like she does workshops here in Sydney, and she taught me a few things. She made me aware of things that I wasn't aware of before, which is something called as phthalates, and I already made a video about it, and the harmful effects of phthalates, and that, how it affects your reproductive capacity, and it basically is harmful for your body. And this is one ingredient, or one item, one chemical, or whatever you want to call it, is very commonly used in fragrances. So that experience, though I only started this journey like a couple of years back, maybe in 2020, I believe. Like it's just been 2 years. I'm completely new to this whole journey, but in these 2 years, I think I've tried pretty much like 100, almost 100 fragrances, and bought I have like 50 fragrances. So I can safely say I have pretty much tried most of the designer fragrances, and pretty much 30 to 40% of the niche fragrances, um, because everything is available here in Sydney. David Jones and Meyer is, so I would have like at least, if like not tested it, maybe at least tried it. If I liked it, I probably would have bought a sample or something like that. So there are very few fragrances, the fragrance or fragrance brands that I'm not aware of. I'm not like bragging or anything like that. I'm just like stating the facts. And I think I would eventually reach this point because I always want like, I don't like, nobody wants to harm yourself, like especially after knowing something like this is very common in fragrances. I always thought, okay, eventually I'll have to switch to something like, phthalate free or alcohol free, but I just didn't find such a website like, that I found like just within the last month or so, I would say. I don't know, maybe I saw this ad on Facebook, or I don't know. And like I'm not like, they have not like, it's not a sponsored thing, or I'm not trying to, nothing. I don't have anything to do with perfume oil expressions, but I always had this feeling, eventually you'll have to switch to something like this because of the harmful effects of phthalates. And even in these niche brands, some of these niche brands, like, if you take Goldfield and Bangs in, from Australia, their fragrances, they mention that it is phthalate free. So I think some of the brands are becoming conscious of this, and they are doing something about it, but I think majority of the brands, they are not doing it. So if you're in your fragrance journey, if you like fragrances, I'm not like, suggesting that like all of you whoever watches this video like should also, I mean, you should think for yourself, but it's not something that I came up with. A talent is harmful. It's there in the internet. You can Google it and see for yourself. So I was just looking for that one particular, fragrance that would pretty much satisfy me, and I think it is, for now at least, Jubilation 25. And I found, the perfume oil Triumph is, I'm basically inspired by that fragrance, and it smells amazing, very close to that. So I I I will be continuing to test fragrances if there's something new, or if I like, usually it's something that I do in the weekends. I go to this CBD and go to Myers and Libertine and David Jones, and then try some of the new fragrances. I keep on because it's still a new hobby to me, and I explore, different fragrances based on different fragrance notes that are like, my taste keeps changing, it evolves. So sometimes I crave iris, sometimes I crave ylang ylang, sometimes different oud. And so based on that, I go and search for fragrances, and then because every time you try it, like it's a different, you don't get the same reaction. I don't know, maybe it could be due to the batch, or it could be due to your, nose evolving. It could be due to many different reasons. mm, yeah, so I think I've pretty much, reached the end of my fragrance journey, or not, I don't know. But I won't be posting. If you guys have noticed, I've stopped posting videos frequently in the past, 5 or 6 months. Is because of that reason. I've not been testing like, before that. I used to sample a lot of fragrances and then test it. Now I've stopped doing it. Like, I'm still curious. I'm still doing it, but it may not be that often. Yeah. So Yeah, if you guys are interested in this website, they have many different perfume oils inspired by really popular fragrances like Baccarat Rouge and Le Labo Santal 33 and Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanilla and whatnot. You can try. I think they have a 10 ml for like they only sell 10 mls and things, and it's $30, 30 Australian dollars. Yeah, and this is a beautiful fragrance. I think if you already own Jubilation 25, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's a beautiful mix of this Oriental and this Fougere or Shipra, whatever it is. Like there's a little bit of green in that, there's a little bit of Oriental in that. It's a very complex kind of a fragrance, and that's exactly what I've been looking for, I believe. Because I like green, I like sweet Oriental, and I like oud. I believe it has everything, and I'm very satisfied that I found this fragrance. So see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.